Hi, everyone. The session today is all about giving you inspiration to take that tiny next step to help you figure out what that next tiny action should be so that you get yourself into momentum. Okay, just check that everything is fine. So I do have a few pre-submitted questions. If you are watching live, you can always put the questions in the comments. If you pre-submitted it in the YouTube Income Vault, I'm going to make sure that I'm sharing the timestamp with you. So, but first, let me just share with you what we're going to be actually covering, because I do have some things that I know that my lovely members, clients are stuck on, and I will cover them because that can serve more people, I think. So, for example, we're going to be covering, I'm stuck on getting started. Where do I even start? I want a channel, but like where? Like what's the first step, right? So I'm going to cover that. I'm also going to cover, I don't even know what question to ask. Maybe you see a Q&A and you're just like, you just feel so stuck and so lost that you don't even know what question to ask. Okay. I'm also going to cover, I'm stuck on pressing record. Like you want a channel, but for some reason you are not pressing record. You're not putting that first video. You're not posting that first video. Then I'm stuck on this whole editing. Where do I even start? Okay. So these are some of the things that we can be stuck on that I'm going to cover. And I'm also going to take your questions if you're watching live and if you pre-submitted as well, of things that you are currently stuck on, that you that are giving you issues. Okay. So hi there, Anika. Good to see you guys. So first, let's talk about getting started. Okay. Being stuck on getting started. So being stuck on getting started on YouTube or in your business starts with the decision. And it can seem to you that it's, well, Anna, it's obvious. No, just think about it. You really have to decide. If you want a YouTube channel, you have to decide to have a YouTube channel. Probably what you were doing before is deciding, but not really deciding. You have to decide and put your actions and energy behind that decision. You have to tell yourself, enough. I'm making a decision. Enough of this. Okay, so only then you are going to have a channel. Only then you are going to start your membership. If you decide, but as a kid, I used to say, for real, but if you decide, but this time you are going to just make that decision and decide for real. So you are not getting started because you didn't make that decision and you don't respect that decision. You are respecting other things more. If you have a 9 to 5, you're respecting what somebody else gave you as a schedule. Oh, I have a deadline here. You are making sure everything else is done, but what you are deciding, you're not giving it enough priority. You're not really putting your energy and effort, you're not treating it as important. You have the burners in the kitchen, you are cooking. You're cooking with one thing. Don't put anything on back burners or something. You have one pot. Have this one pot and start cooking your YouTube. Okay? Don't look in the back. Don't wait. Like you're hungry now. Cook and freaking do it. Okay? So I can't force you to do it. I can't tell you to do it. I can't give you a deadline to do it. It has to come from you. It has to come from your decision. to finally get started and to finally say to yourself, enough. I'm deciding to do it. No more back burners, no more nothing. I'm doing it right now. And so once you decide, you're going to work backwards. You're going to say to yourself, okay, when? When is my deadline that I'm going to start? Okay, I want a channel, let's say March 1st. What has to happen before March 1st so that I post the first video? Oh, okay. I need to know what video. Okay. I need to script it, possibly. I need to have all the gear in place, recorded so that I post it. So chunk it up. Chunk it up. I have a video of how to do YouTube on 1 hour per day. Chunk it up in little actions. Do them little by little. Do not block entire day for YouTube. This is not the good way to approach YouTube when you're starting out. It's all about these little chunks of 30 minutes. Oh, 30 minutes today, I'm going to go to ChatGPT, do the back and forth to come up the videos that are aligned with my offers. I'm starting a mini membership, mini community. Great. This is the theme of the mini membership. What are some of the first videos that I can start? You don't need to have an introduction video. You don't need to have the origins video. You just need to post the first video. Take the pressure of that first video away from yourself, because your audience will not be watching videos in sequence. You're not putting on a Netflix show with the first episode, which is going to be your first video. People watch videos randomly. It's very random. You know, somebody is like going to watch your video number 10. Somebody is going to watch the video number 1. Somebody may watch your video number 1 6 months later. Okay. So decide what video. Start scripting. It's all about these little chunks. Give yourself 30 minutes or an hour per day to work on your channel, to work on your dream, to work on your retirement plan, to work on building your audience on YouTube. And don't overwhelm yourself. Do these little chunks, right? And then press record, film it, do very slight editing. We're going to get to editing in a bit. And schedule it. Don't if you want to have a channel March 1st, start a channel now, optimize it. You know, we have a challenge to how to optimize your channel in the YouTube Income Vault. And schedule your first video for March 1st, even on like February 25th. That's okay. Give yourself some buffer. Don't be like a last minute, scrambling a kind of a YouTube person. Do it a few days ahead and then schedule it for March 1st if you want if you want your YouTube channel launch to be March 1st. Do it with every business decision. If you're starting a mini membership, we now have a kickstart for mini communities. Right? So if you are postponing this because there are so many elements, there are always going to be many elements. Don't think that you're going to maximize it all at the beginning. Maybe you don't have the channel. Maybe you don't have the video. Maybe you don't have the channel. I started the mini community without the welcome video. And I got to 130 members and then I recorded my video. So you don't have to have every single thing to actually do it. Commit, chunk it up, and work a little bit backwards. But decide. But decide for real. Previously, when you were deciding to have a channel, these were not decisions. You know how it is. You know yourself how it is when you really decide and do things. Right? So make this type of a decision today, not the other ones of like, oh yeah, so having a channel is nice. I want to do it. No. Decide. Okay. So let me say hello to a few people here. Yeah. So yeah. Travis, keep going. Keep going. Dave, really good to see you. You always brighten the live with your presence. I just love your calming presence. I can almost like feel your energy. So thanks for being here. Anika, yeah, it all depends how you work, right? You could just have a few videos just to schedule them, ahead of time, 2 videos, or you can start with 1. But as soon as you're done with 1, sorry, know when you're going to be filming the next one. Have 1. Don't overwhelm yourself with a few videos. Have 1 and know when you're going to film the next time. Let's say, okay, you filmed on like a Saturday, and, I go over not to have anything else besides the filming, right? Then maybe next Saturday, you're also going to be filming. So repeat the same process that you did with the first video. Give yourself some buffer. Don't, if you can film more often, that's great. But if you can just do it once a week, that's also good. You can always change the frequency. That's the thing, guys. You can always change the frequency later. You can up it to twice a week or 3 times a week or something, right? So this was a great question. Now let's talk about other ways of how we get stuck, okay? This is a common one. So if you have this feeling right now, and I don't even know what to ask you. I'm going to say welcome. Welcome to the world of being human. I get it. It's overwhelming out there. I get it, right? So if you don't know what to ask, I'm glad you showed up. This is already a huge thing that you're watching this live, whether you're watching a replay or you're here live. Welcome. Okay, are you being gentle with yourself? Or are you being like me, beating myself up? Don't be like me. Life is lifing in your world. Why are you rushing? Why are you trying to rush? Why are you comparing yourself to those who seemingly seem that they have it all figured out? No, they don't. No, they don't. You don't know the context. You don't know the context. You see, I just had a blatant example. On Instagram, there is this couple, and they are into marketing, and I always saw them, posting reels together, and I'm like, wow, they're in business together, being like a marketing couple, power couple. This is amazing. This is so cool, and they're also funny together. Then I'm just seeing a video of just the woman, and she's like reinventing herself and all this. They broke up, and it's like the same with the business. It seems that somebody's business is like, wow, this is just nothing compared to me. That relationship is nothing compared to mine. Well, they broke up, right? That business is nothing compared to mine. You don't know the context. So forget about comparison, first of all. Forget that, like, completely. This know that you don't know the context, okay? Now, if you don't know what to ask, just think about the priorities, right? And choose at least one. Is this how you're going to be building your audience? Is it you're tired of like maybe not making sales or like not having an online business? Okay, so the first thing you want when you build a business, you want an audience, right? So how are you going to be building that audience? What is the channel that brings you joy? I mean, I teach YouTube. We're on YouTube. It's incredible to have this evergreen, videos that produce results for us. But if you just want to start gently on Instagram to get yourself in the game of YouTube, I recommend that too. Start with stories. Maybe you just want to press record, and if you don't feel like being on video, switch and show us around. Show us your surroundings and do a bit of a voiceover maybe. Maybe the voiceover will be good. Okay? So get your muscle, build your muscle on Instagram first to get back into recording, to get back into filming. Maybe it's a simple story. It's just going to be with a picture on from your camera roll, just to post. Then the next day, you're going to post a story without showing yourself. Then the next day, maybe you're going to say something for 30 seconds as a voiceover. So little by little, get to that and decide where you want to build your audience. If it's YouTube, think, what are you known for? What's your expertise? What you want to be building? And little by little, just, brainstorm with ChatGPT, show up to these live calls, get inspired by others. I love watching others asking questions or taking action because I find it inspiring. I'm like, wow, they're launching this. This is great. I need to put myself into momentum. I love watching people in momentum. That's why I love YouTube Income Vault. A lot of people are doing things and commenting and putting themselves in momentum, which is absolutely fabulous. Okay. All right. So now I'm stuck on pressing record. I want a channel. Okay. Sorry. So this I know really well. I didn't press record on my second channel for 8 months. Is that a good story to share? No. I almost wanted to cut that time in half and say it took me 4 months to press record. But I was like, you know what? I need to be honest here. So what was happening during these 8 months? One, I was spinning. I had the previous channel with 1,800 subscribers and over 100 views, over 100 videos. And I was like, should I revive that channel or should I start a new one? Should I revive that channel? I was exhausting myself with that energy. I was so exhausted. I was like watching endless videos about reviving channels or starting new ones, endless advice, and thinking, wow, I don't want to start from zero. I won't be able to handle that again because it's hard, right? So months of spinning over this and asking questions that I wasn't deciding to start that channel. And then I thought to myself, I don't like the feeling that my channel would be weighing me down because 1,800 subscribers, half of them came from a viral video that had nothing to do with what I do. And then maybe 400 people were actually my audience. And then 500 people were like from years ago. So I didn't want to have that weight of subscribers from years ago and subscribers not aligned. If subscribers are not aligned, they're not going to be watching my videos, right? And so I didn't want to have these excuses. So I was like, one day I was like, enough of this. I deleted all my videos. I deleted that channel. I had to wait 30 days to get that handle, Anna Sabino handle, and I started a new channel. And it was a fantastic decision. I love it. I love it because I'm starting fresh and I know that every single person who's following me, being subscribed, is my potential client, is my potential member. And that's what I want. I'm a business owner, not like a person who's going to be celebrating 1,800, subscribers who I don't even know if they are still active and all that. So I made a decision to start. But guess what? I said to myself, December 1st, I'm starting. December 1st, 2024. But then little demons came in. I was like, why, Anna? Why? Why December 1st? Everybody's starting January 1st. This is like the clean cut start. And then I was like, enough of this. No, I don't care. I'm going to do December 1st. And I did December 1st. I posted 12 videos that December. And I got to my first 100 subscribers in just 28 days. Before January 1st hit, I was already at over 100 subscribers. So I was like, yes. But I committed. I made that decision, and December 1st was a Sunday, was my first video. It was out. No matter what, no matter how. And that video to this day has the best performing thumbnail. I'm like laughing. Like that thumbnail is a very scroll stopping thumbnail. And I was like, yeah, my first video. So this is what I did to press record. I just like, no more of this bullshit chatter. And yeah, no more. Enough of this. No January. I said December 1st, I'm going to do December 1st. So treat your decision as the way you decide for important stuff. That's important. So now we have a question from a lovely member from Cecilia, and I'm going to do 024, Cecilia. And then I'm going to go to the pre-submitted questions, and then I'm going to take some live questions. If you have a question, just put them in a comment. So Cecilia is asking me, she didn't really say I'm stuck on this whole editing thing. Where do I even start? She just said, how do I edit my videos, right? So when you get stuck, the last thing you want is me right now tell you 10 different options. Look, you could do this, 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 this. As a coach, I know that this is not good for you guys. So for Cecilia, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give her a straight out answer. Okay? I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you some options, but I'm going to remove the options that I don't think are good for her. Like I'm like a doctor, I'm like a surgeon right now prescribing things for Cecilia. So if you are a coach, if you're a membership owner, choose for your members. Kind of like do a bit of elimination here. Okay, so Cecilia, I don't know if you're a Mac user, but if you are, you have iMovie. And there is a lovely member, Jane. She has a lovely membership for people who want to learn sewing for men. And she does all her editing with iMovie. iMovie is fabulous. Use iMovie. It's number one, okay? I'll give you just a few options. Now, if you want to use the script, you can use the script. The thing with the script is you can edit text. So you can play with the text and you can literally select and delete text. So you're working with the text, not with the actual footage, like a Word document, imagine. So you're basically deleting any of the ums, deleting any of the pauses. But for anybody who is stuck, I personally, so these are my two options, iMovie or the script. I personally edit on DaVinci Resolve. It's free. I love it. It's a step up from iMovie. It's also good. So now, if you want to edit, these are the most important thing that I will focus on with editing. Remove the pauses. If there is a pause at the beginning, if there's a pause between your sentences, if there's an remove it. This is the most important thing, and you can be done just like that. Okay? Just do little by little. First, you just remove the pauses. Then maybe maybe you're a slow talker, like I'm a slow talker, so I speed myself up. I do 108%. Okay, so I'm just like a little slow. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna speed myself up. So I do a bit of zooming. So but you can build to it. You can build your muscle to it. But once you start editing, all these new things will be coming up because you're gonna be like, okay, video number 1, I'm removing the pauses. Okay, posting. Video number 2, I'm removing the pauses again. Video number 3, you're going to be like, I actually like when people just kind of zoom. All right, let me play with that. Okay, good. So you're going to be adding these little editing tricks as you go. Don't try to figure it out all at once. Number 1, just remove the pauses and just clean it up so that it's nice and, concise. And if you feel like, you have a video that's going to be like a talking head, Maybe you want to just kind of like walk and talk to make it more interesting without editing, right? Okay, so this is what I would do with editing. Yeah, exactly. So the script is a great choice. They have tutorials to get you past the parts that are not that intuitive. Yeah, some of the things are not that intuitive, but the cutting, the words, removing pauses and all that is quite intuitive, right, Dave? So yeah, I get it. There are certain things that is just going like, okay, how do I remove the black screen at the end? That was like driving me nuts. So it's just like, I just ask AI, just like how to remove the, AI, how to remove black screen at the end of my video in the script. Boom. Or you could just do a YouTube video and learn that way. Okay. Yeah. So now I'm going to take some pre-submitted questions from our lovely members. And then if you have some questions live, let me know. So, screen sharing of the questions. Okay, I'm going to just, all right, let me see what it looks like. Much better. Maybe even, okay. Okay, don't think I can make it even larger. That's fine. All right, so here are some questions. Here we actually talked about, by the way, in the YouTube Income Vault about indecision, how it's draining our business. Because, whether we are deciding about having a YouTube channel or a business, my indecision of reviving a channel or starting a new one, that was draining me. And that energy should have been spent on something else. Okay, so we have discussions like that. So here we are. We first question was Cecilia. Now we have Helena. I am settling into a routine. I can only commit to a live once a week right now, as this works for me since I also work in my own spa 3 times a week, and I'm launching my mini membership. I know you are because you are in the mini memberships kickstart that I'm running in the program. So that's awesome. So I haven't done any long form videos at all yet. So this is my focus now moving forward. The biggest thing I'm struggling with is what topics to post. Okay, so what topics to post? And then she's basically saying, for me, it's knowing what to post in terms of how it ties to the membership. Do we create the videos that actually go inside the membership, but then breadcrumb the content? Okay, love it, Helena. Love this question. So Helena has a membership for massage therapists who want to start their own business, who want to get more clients for their massage business. Either they want to start or they want to just basically get more clients. All right. So what is the roadmap, Helena? The first thing I'm going to ask you, what is the roadmap? Where do they want to get? They want to get from few clients to many clients, right? This is definitely the roadmap. So in your membership, because it's a mini membership, you're going to be focusing on that roadmap, how to get them from few clients to many clients. And you have your own methods. You told me you even use AI and all this. So beautiful. Make videos about helpful steps that will help them to get more clients locally, right? Because they don't need international clients. So that is your membership, the steps for the roadmap. If you want to play with AI, say, my clients are massage therapists, they are business owners who have their practice, and they want to get more clients. What are some of the steps based on my proprietary mechanism, which I will tell you right now, that they need to take? So this is what my signature process, my mechanism is all about. You brain dump, and AI will give you the roadmap, the steps to present them. Now, the next question you're going to ask is, this is a great roadmap, I love it, unless you want to, of course, edit that roadmap, but say, what are some of the topic ideas that are in line with that roadmap, with that transformation that my audience wants? They want to get from few clients to many clients. What are some of the videos that could be helpful? Okay. Now, this is your membership topic. These are the topics for your membership. Okay. Let's treat it separately. Great. That's awesome. Now, so we have it all figured out, right? You need to stay on the topic of the roadmap and give them steps to achieve that transformation. Now, what about your YouTube channel, Helena? You're asking me, okay, what should you be posting about? Should you be posting about those videos from the roadmap or what, right? Well, this is the thing with YouTube. You could go a bit broader. You could, for example, have an origin story of like, listen, guys, I was just like you. I literally had like a client a day and that's it. And that's what changed. What's changed is my mindset, and you're going to be talking about the mindset. And then you could have a freebie of like the first step you need to take to And the freebie will be very aligned with your membership of like how to get from few clients to many clients. And so then they're going to be on your list and you're going to be telling them more about your signature process of getting more clients for their massage. So you can have many different entry points. You can have like how to start a massage business, how to get repeated clients, how to get reviews for your business as your YouTube videos, right? You could also have a behind the scenes of a day in the life of massage therapists. I'm not sure where you are based, but based in this, right? And you're showing them that you're working. And let's say you're going to pick a day where you have 5 clients back to back. And you say, this is my back to back practice. I'm busy. You know, you're showing your audience how busy you are because they're going to be like, oh, this woman has so many clients. Like, I want that too. So the YouTube can be broader. You can showing them a glimpse of your life. It doesn't have to be so straightforward of like, this is how you get clients because this is what my membership is about. Broader. Talk about a lot of things that massage therapists are interested in. You can even, have a video and have fun as like jokes. The most delightful client, the most difficult client. You can do a lot of storytellings too, right? Show them around your studio, your business. Why did you choose that space? Why is it, 500 square feet instead of 1,000? What matters when you make a choice? Lots of video ideas, but be more narrow in your membership. So I hope that answered your question. And if you have, a similar question, because this is not just for massage therapists, of course. If you have a mini membership, have a roadmap for them, be on topic. And then on your YouTube channel, you could just go a bit broader. Okay. Hi there. Really good to see you. Hi, Ola. Good to see you. Yay. So more and more folks are tuning in live, which is amazing. Okay, let's get to more questions here. Alberta. Alberta is a lovely, maybe not new member anymore because maybe like a few weeks. She's a yearly member and we're going to be answering her question at 0:38. Alberta. Okay. So for me, it's the recording process. I fully scripted my first 2 videos and recording took forever because I read each line a few times before memorizing it. I tried a teleprompter but didn't enjoy using it. I used bullet points for the next 2 videos but blabbed on. eventually missed a couple of things I wanted to share, went back on them, and the video was longer. The last 2 videos, I decided I would do voiceover, did my loom, reorganized, and recorded, which I enjoyed doing. Okay? My issue is I would love to do a sit-down video as well, but I can't seem to ease up and get my words right. Even I did a whole loom of the topic. I tried one last week and still ended up doing a voiceover. Any tips for smooth record without scripting? Ooh, Alberta, love it. Okay, so number 1, be easier on yourself. It really doesn't have to be perfect. If you recorded a video and you missed a point, just make a note of it to make that point in your next video. It doesn't have to have all your points there. If you missed one or if you didn't mention something, let it go. Just post it. Okay? That could be one thing that you could shift your mindset around. Another thing is it's all about practicing. And what helps me is practicing aloud. I don't know if you're doing it aloud, but imagine that you are recording and that's how you are practicing. So look at the bullet points and every bullet point, just say it out loud. The hook, I would recommend that you almost like learn by heart and then go from there and just almost like learn it. Don't learn everything by heart, but the more you practice, the more you like say it out loud, the easier it's going to be for you. And if you miss a bullet point or so, that's totally okay. That's totally okay. So, practice aloud, looking at your bullet points. Don't just read things, just like, have everything, have all the gestures, like energy and like practice. And then don't worry about repeating things. Like let's say you're gonna record. So keep recording, keep talking. And then let's say you made a mistake. Okay, you're gonna look down, take that section again and just repeat it. That's okay. It's okay to repeat because you can edit it out. So give yourself some grace knowing that you may be repeating things, but you will be just editing this out. Totally fine. Okay? It's okay to miss things. Just, do that point again. What I would like you to do is, do the bullet points and like supervise them from the corner of your eye so that like if you want like 8 bullet points to be there, make sure they are there. They don't have to be have the same sequence, but if you're like supervising, kind of like checking in with your paper or a screen, you're constantly checking in. It's like, okay, number 1 is done, number 2 is done. Then you're less likely to forget one of the bullet points because you're like sporadically like checking in instead of just like saying it all out and then realizing you forgot something. And it's okay to just like, let's say I have a piece of paper here and I'm like just gonna glance over. I'm like, okay, well, I glanced. Nobody will know that you glanced over the piece of paper. So this is great. So yeah, basically, a bit of practice will definitely help you. Okay. Now, are there any questions as far as what you're stuck on? This is exactly what we're talking about today. What are you stuck on as far as your YouTube journey, as far as your business? Where are you at? Do you want me to recommend the next step for you, the next tiny action? Maybe your next tiny action will be just making that little block in your calendar and just making sure that you're gonna keep your promise and really spend time for YouTube. Okay. So now let's get to the next question here. And Cecilia said, how do you edit your videos before uploading to YouTube? All right, Cecilia, so I gave you the answer at minute 24. I always share these timestamps with my lovely members because this way they don't have to go through the entire Q&As. If they don't want to, they can just hop to their question. Adi, great job. Adi is one of the speakers at the summit where I'm speaking at as well. Actually, I had my speech this morning. So good job, Adi. I saw that you were rocking the room. So good, good, good. How do I go live on YouTube and have the link show here on school at the same time? Do you have to preset that? I love this question. Yes. So in the calendar, let me actually just show you. In the calendar here, you see live, ask me anything about YouTube, the link is here. This is what Adi is asking. So Adi is asking me, how do I do it here? So what I do, I go to the calendar, I click on a plus and create an event. This is the event I created. And right after I create this event, okay, let me just see if you could see. Yeah, you can see the screen. So I created this event. The link is there. What it's all about is there. And so this way, it will show up here. You just have to schedule it in the calendar. You schedule it in the calendar. What I also like doing is right here, I'm saying I'm live. Please join. What are you stuck on session? So I like posting that comment in the community just to let more people know about the live. A lot of people still watch the replay. That's all good. So that's how I would schedule the live here so that I have this link right here. I'm not going to be clicking on it because it will take me to YouTube. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so getting stuck on. Give me more ideas of what do you think people get stuck on usually on their creative journey, or maybe share with us what were you stuck on and how did you overcome it? Okay, what were you stuck on and how did you overcome it? Let's brainstorm a little bit. Put that in the comments. I would love to share your wisdom here with everybody. One of the things, and in the meantime, I'll share with you one more thing I got stuck on. One of the things I was stuck on was my previous membership growth. Okay, so when I started my previous membership, that was 3 years ago, I was at 12 members. Okay, so big difference, right? I started this membership and I got 100 members in a month. No, sorry, 100 members in 4 days. 100 members in 4 days. Previous membership, 12 members. Okay, so 12 members. I got stuck on 12 members because of my own reasons, my mindset. So I was agonizing over that number, that there are only 12 people. And when there are 12 people, you don't have too much engagement. It's a quiet room. It's normal because it's 12 people. It kind of begins when you have 30 members that you're like, okay, there's some movement, some energy. But with 12, it's very hard mentally if you let it. So if you let all this to get to you, you are going to be stuck because you will have no energy to launch again, to talk about the membership, to maybe tweak the angles, to be in the momentum of acquiring members. So I was stuck because I was obsessing over the number instead of going forward and maybe tweaking, maybe launching, maybe being a speaker at a summit, just like this morning. I wasn't doing any of this because I was just so worried. And I was depressed that there's no engagement. Like with 12 people, you're not going to have that much engagement. So what helps me was, mindset shift of like treat every launch like a process. We are in the business of tweaking. We are in the business of, this is from Maria Wendt. I love how prolific she is. She posts 4 times a day on Instagram, and she has she has a high 7-figure business. She posts 3 times a week on YouTube. I mean, people who are that prolific, who post that much, I follow them because I want to be in that energy and be in that momentum. So yesterday she said, I am in the business of gathering data fast. So she's gathering data. How many people saw the sales page? How many people signed up? How many people this? How is this converting? Quick. I need the data. Okay. So we are in the business. So when I had 12 members, I didn't realize that I'm in the business of gathering data and like, well, let's launch again and check out how many people saw the page. I mean, if 28 people saw the page, if 24 people saw the page and I got 12 members, that's an incredible conversion rate. That's 50%, right? So finding the data, all the data points of like how many people saw the page, how many people converted, how many people signed up, is the angle good? Maybe I'm going to make a reel with that angle and see if it's getting engagement and all that. Maybe I'm going to create 10 reels and see which one got the most engagement, which hook got the most engagement. Okay. So you have to put yourself in momentum because you may have to tweak the messaging of your product, of your videos too. Maybe you need to, change your hooks and stuff. So this got me unstuck. It got me unstuck when I started thinking about it as of a process, the process of keeping going. It's not just like one launch and being done. It's like I need to just keep going. Right now with YouTube Income Vault, over 200 members, I'm like, okay, what's next? Black Friday, I had a free trial launch. So it was amazing. Now, what is next? I launched mini community kickstart. 25 people signed up. Basically 10% of the members signed up for an extra offer that was you had to pay more than just the membership. So I'm constantly in the momentum of creating, testing, and seeing how this is all working. I was a speaker at the summit today, and I have 2 more summits. All right. So now I'm like thinking, okay, ads maybe. I'm thinking about making the freebie better. So always like on my toes instead of agonizing over like the growth or all this. Same thing with YouTube, guys. Don't look at the videos, views and subscribers and all that. Think about what is my best video that I can produce next. Oh, this is a good topic. So be focused on the process of creation and like and scheduling it in. And if you are, obsessing too much over numbers, I have an idea. Increase your frequency. You're posting once a week, post twice. You're not gonna have time to to worry about numbers. I know, I see it with myself. When I'm busy, when I have to, lead the cohort. We have another cohort starting out. It's called YouTube Arena. We already have 12 people in. I don't have time to agonize over my views or subscribers because I have to lead YouTube Arena February 1st, right? So I need to prepare. I need to do the workbooks, emails, and all that to motivate my lovely members, everybody who signed up, to either start their channels, to get into momentum and all that. Also, another thing I have to do, I need to let more people know more often about YouTube Arena, okay, about that cohort. I didn't promote it enough. So I have my list of things that I'm busy with. I don't have time for analytics. That's like my last thing. I'd rather focus on growing my membership, growing YouTube Arena than, how many views did that last video got? The fact that the last video got like 100 views or 1,000 views, that won't change my status of my membership and my may not change the status of my membership and and the cohort, because I mean, yeah, some people can sign up and stuff. Of course, it's nice, but I'd rather focus on things that I can control. I can't control views. Okay, I can control of how well I prepare for YouTube Arena, how well I serve my members, so that I decrease the churn. I want to have a high retention. Out of 200 people, I don't want like many people who are going to be leaving. Like that's more important for me than like, oh, how many views I got. No, how many members actually are staying month after month. Okay. The name of Maria. She is posting 4 times a day. She's doing daily emails 3 times a week on YouTube. Of course, she has a team and everything, but this is not an excuse. There are people with teams who don't post 4 times a day. This is not like, oh, because she has a team. No, because she has a strong mindset and is a badass businesswoman. Okay, badass businesswoman. So, she's creating this ecosystem by selling products and, getting more traffic to her sales page, her sales pages all the time. When you create that, and of course, she's running a lot of ads. She's spending, I don't know, I think 300K a month on ads. So, yeah. Dave has a tip for us. I am so happy. I got unstuck by figuring out that I could edit out mistakes rather than stopping recording. Ooh, you guys, this is a good one. This is a good one. It is a huge relief to realize that I could just keep the camera running. It seems so simple now. Okay. I understand, Dave, because this was the same with me. So what Dave is talking about here is basically, press record and you just keep talking. You just keep talking. Oh, you made a mistake, or I don't know, all of a sudden you want to sneeze. You don't need to stop recording. You can just keep going. Or often when I look at the raw footage, you know what my raw footage looks like? I talk. Then I talk. Guess what happens? This is getting cut. This is getting cut out. Me looking at the script, my, either the pad or a screen. I don't care. Like I look and like, oh, okay. This and this. Nobody can tell that I was looking. The camera is still rolling. So maybe, if you guys are wondering like how to get smoother, like it is simple, as Dave said, it is simple, but once you actually do it, you realize that, actually I can edit it out. Nobody will see that thing. Of course, like if you have an editor, they will see it, but like, don't worry about it. So nobody will see that. And you could just completely close it up. If you have like script, mistake, script, you can edit out the mistake and just do script, right? So very liberating to realize that. I agree. For me, it was like, wow. So now my raw footage is about 10 minutes and the video is like 8 minutes, right? Or because I rehearse quite a lot before. So that's been wonderful. Thank you so much. I hope it helped you to get unstuck and commit to making your decisions. And I can't wait to see what you create. Bye now.